We spent £2.3 billion on temporary accommodation in England last year. Around £700 million of that went to hotels and bed and breakfasts, widely acknowledged as being among the least suitable forms of accommodation and the most expensive. In addition, money which was in many cases earmarked for prevention actually went towards temporary accommodation as well. So these are two particular examples of why much of that spending does not constitute value for money. A few years ago, the key financial risk pressures on local authorities stemmed from adults and children's social care. Today, homelessness spending has joined, for many local authorities, adults and children's social care as a key financial risk. And this is in a world where many local authorities are facing the risk of Section 114 notices, which is basically bankruptcy for the public sector. Demand for temporary accommodation has risen significantly in England in recent years. Today, there are more than 117,000 households in temporary accommodation, by far the largest number we've ever seen. And for many people experiencing homelessness, the reasons why they become homeless are the same as we've always seen, such as the breakdown of a relationship or the end of a tenancy. But one thing that's striking from the work we've done is that many local authorities report that the needs of people approaching them as homeless have become more complex in recent years, and this makes the job of local authorities in finding accommodation for these people a lot more challenging. English local authorities are in many cases facing extreme pressures from rising numbers in temporary accommodation. There are no silver bullets to this. However, we found with our work, in every local authority we've worked with, that their ability to respond to these pressures can be made more agile by an improved use of data and taking a more strategic, governance-led approach. There is a key role for national government here. At national level, we think government needs to put in place a strategy for temporary accommodation. There is no strategy for temporary accommodation, unlike for rough sleeping. There needs to be a plan which sets out responsibilities and roles for various departments across government. In addition, there's a job for government to do to assess all of the funding streams it uses to go to local authorities to tackle homelessness, to establish which are the most effective. And finally, I think there's a job for MHCLG to do to ensure that the data standards being followed in local authorities are as high as they need to be to tackle this issue.